Oh, what is going on, everybody?
Hello!
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney
I've
2.
replaced Ellie! Hi, everyone!
Oh no, dear God! We left off. We finally did the thing. It was our mame moment, and we mame arrested that asshole. Or at least took him down. He's gonna be arrested soon.
Arrested? Is that what you said?
Something like that. I don't know. Well, you know what? We have a question for him now that he's finally confessing everything, so... Why did you steal the poison in the first place? Come on, that's an easy one. I want to look into the components and write up an article about it. A top secret drug still in development? That's an opportunity I'd never let go of.
But if that's all you wanted, then explain just Albrecht's death.
In the hut, I started pressing her for more information. I am a journo, you see. She killed a man and she was going to run back home all with that stupid smug grin. And when I went to question her, that wretch laughed in my face.
I believe it. Oh, these vulgar Japanese monkeys think they're journalists now. You really are a bore. You can't even tell the difference between being a peeping Tom and honest journalism.
What?
This country's Ministry of Justice and its journalists are both just a troop of monkeys. Powerless, the lot of you. Powerless, foolish, and pitiful. Now hurry up and get out of my sight. That's an order, you filthy monkey.
Ugh. Jesus. Forgot how much of a bitch she is.
I didn't.
That's what I remembered.
She was a bitch.
All this time I had poison in my bed.
How frightful.
I knew I had to get out of there as quickly as possible, but I wanted to see the results of my effort.
Wow.
Maybe it was my journo instinct.
Everyone's just silent.
It's like, well,
there you have it. May I say something?
yeah.
He's so done.
Yeah.
You went on about justice before. But as a journalist, there were better methods available for you to bring about that justice.
There'd be no justice in a newspaper article.
Huh?
9 months ago after that trial, I searched as thoroughly as I could. And I finally found it. The ultimate truth behind that murder was shrouded in secrecy.
Secrecy? What are you talking about?
Witness, know your place and keep quiet.
Don't you think it's a little strange that our empire can't judge a foreigner's sins? Those extraterritorial rights should have been invalid. Dang. You were gonna let that Brit go. There's only one explanation. There's some secret deal between Britain and Japan.
A deal?
I tried to publicize every bit of my findings. But they stopped my article from ever seeing the light of day. You were pressured by the government. Is that what you're saying? The law let a sinful woman go free and the law crushed my journalistic truth. All that's left is for me, Mama Mommy, to serve up my own brand of judgment.
Mommy Mommy, I hope you haven't forgotten. You committed a murder. You tried to frame the defendant. You're no different from Giselle Brett herself. She's got a point. You have no right to talk about justice. He's like, fuck, I'm a hypocrite.
Well, off to the clink I go.
I would say that this trial has reached a suitable conclusion. Ah yes, defense, Ryotaro Naruhodo.
Oh, you're talking to me, right? Well, I mean, of course you are, because that's my name.
That was certainly a marvelous defense. It's hard to believe this was your first trial. If I had to say, you remind me very much of your cousin.
What? You mean Ryunosuke Naruhodo?
Yes, watching you makes me feel as though he's right here with us, like he was 9 months ago. Reminds me of the feeling that our country's courts are about to enter a new era.
Thank you, Your Honor. I couldn't ask for higher praise.
Seeing your defense today has once again made me realize the future of the Japanese Empire's legal system depends on the path you all carve.
Thank you.
Now then, Prosecutor Aochi, you're a disgrace.
What the hell do you have?
Is that a... what is that... what... prosecutor? Is that a birdhouse?
The great Ouchie has been bested by a mere rookie lawyer. Not only once, but twice.
What's he... What, it looks
This
like a
is it.
birdhouse, but I don't know what that
Like
is.
the fall of the Tokugawa shogunate.
Shogunate.
Shogunate, the Ouchie here comes to an...
Are you gonna cut off
Or
your little
shogunate.
knot? Is that what's
Shogunate,
gonna happen?
actually.
Is you're not gonna go?
Once again, this seems to be going a lot less violently than the real Meiji Restoration.
Silence!
Is he gonna cut his hair?
I do...
Is he gonna seppuku?
I don't want to live a life in which I must bear this crushing shame everywhere I go. So now, like a man I will, face my end with courage. This is the Taketsuchism I must live by.
Taketsuchism?
Bless you. I don't think I like the sound of that. It's just gonna be his little top knot. And suddenly they show murder in the game.
Phoenix with wings lost. Now, rightful place.
You see what they did there?
I see.
Among the dead, with a sprout of hope.
Yep.
Ah!
Sparkles!
I
They're paying respects. F's in chat for
Oh my
Ouchie's
God.
hair. F's in chat,
Oh.
everyone.
Oh,
F's in chat.
how beautiful.
Press F to pay respect.
I fucking... Oh my god.
Now this is the Ace Attorney content we all know.
Woo.
As for you, defendant, Haori Murasame,
Yes, Your Honor.
I will now pass my final verdict unto you. Not guilty.
Hey!
Hey, cherry
Cherry
blossoms. Beautiful.
Meanwhile, Ouchie's just over there
Crying.
dying. But at
Both.
least he went out with respect,
Yeah.
unlike the other ones.
With that, the court is now adjourned.
A practice long lost to the others
Yep.
over the ages.
It's ancestry revenge.
Ancestral revenge, you mean?
That also works, yes. All right. Way to go, everybody.
It's finally over. My heart is still pounding, taking all my strength just to stand. This must be how it feels for an attorney to bear the weight of someone else's life. Naruhodo, how the fuck do you do this?
I didn't ask for it.
Sue! Thank you so much! You were so gallant and powerful! Haori and father! I moved beyond words! I thought I was going to cry toward the end. Somehow I managed to hold out, but I was certainly ready to cry as well. Sue, it's all thanks to you that I'm standing here right now. No, it's all because you told me the truth.
That was Susanna.
Oh, no, it's all because you told me the truth. My bad. Thank you so much for doing so, Haori. Come on, Sue! What? You and I are the exact same age. We don't have to talk like stuffy old men. We can just talk how we want around each other. Really? I'm Ryutaro Naruhodo, a manly man. Now I'm off to whisk you away for sweets. Say something like that. Thanks for the consideration, Haori. I'll think about it.
Oh my god.
But really, throwing that gross man under the ground together felt real great! Yeah, it was quite refreshing. In fact, I'm getting the urge to do it again!
Please don't. Don't look at me like that, Miss Murasame.
Oh, no, sir, I would never! it's so nice to see Haori smiling again.
It truly was an amazing battle to watch. Your father couldn't be more proud of you right now, Ryotaro Naruhodo.
Thank you! I couldn't have done it without you, Father. But I'm afraid this is where I must part ways with the ace attorney, Ryotaro Naruhodo. As reluctant as I am to do so, I must return to being Suzuto Mikotoba. Oh, Sue! You don't have to if you don't want to! Oh, who's screaming what right now?
What?
Oh.
What in the world is going on here?
Oh, Soseki, Detective Osanaga. It's been a while since we last met.
I can't believe it. You?
Oh, you know how it is. I just had to disguise myself for a little while. Kind of like Mulan, you know? I'm actually Suzuto Mikotoba. He's literally shook.
But you were so gallant, so saintly. No, I dare say. You were gallantly gallant. Or perhaps, like a saintly saint. I can't believe it. You were actually Master Naruhodo's cousin all along. What a great shot.
Oh my god. This oblivious man is Soseki Natsume. I first met him in a London jail during his exchange visit. During his trip, he got into some rather baffling circumstances.
You got that right.
Yeah. But thanks to Naruhodo's wondrous defense, he returned home an innocent man.
You got that right.
He's now a famous author, known all around the world.
You got that right. Good lord, what fantastic mystery of disguise. You even had me, Detective of the Imperial Police, completely...
Jesus Christ.
That says more about you than it does about her, Detective.
Oof.
What can we imagine the disguises she'll come up with in the future?
Sorry to disappoint, but I don't think I'll be doing this again. I'm afraid my disguises could never match up to yours, Detective.
But of course, I'm a professional after all.
The gleam in his glasses. And this deeply worrying man is Detective Osanaga. Deeply worrying man.
For real.
He was present to testify in Giselle Brett's trial 9 months ago. At the time, he was working undercover at a restaurant in order to investigate it. He got beaten up by sailors.
Yeah.
Afterwards, he accompanied us for protection aboard the steamship to Britain. Yeah, that happened. But by no fault of his, Kazuma.
As detective, it's hard to overcome these complex feelings. Because in the end, the truth was lost to the darkness. What do you mean? 9 months ago, that British lady committed murder. Yes, I'm told that one who died was the doctor from the British Empire. Dr. John H. Watson. I was the one who invited him to Japan. But why did she kill him? Whether she has lost her life, I'm afraid we may never know the answer.
During my voyage to the British Empire, I was blessed with a miraculous encounter. I met THE Sherlock Holmes, a man whose name echoes around the world.
Sherlock Holmes? Yes, I remember him.
Oh yeah, he met him. And
To me, he's more of a natural enemy.
according to his novels, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, the great detective had a single close friend who he called his partner. A skilled doctor of medicine named John H. Watson. What? Watson? I find it hard to call this any sort of coincidence. The medicinal doctor killed 9 months ago had to have been Sherlock Holmes' partner.
Oh dear.
And if that's the case... yeah... then she'll never be able to meet her father.
Nope.
Iris!
As you already know, I studied abroad in Britain around the time you were born.
Yes, my grandmother told me.
Upon my return, I became a professor of medicine at UMA. Thanks to our relations with Britain, I'm able to work closely with the government.
I know that as well.
then you must understand that there are some secrets I can't share with even you.
I just want to know one thing. Father, why did you call me back to Japan?
Oh!
It's been 2 months since I returned from the British Empire. Through an international telegram, I was told that you had fallen ill with a high fever and you were getting weaker by the day. Huh? What's this about? But when I arrived, I discovered that you were in perfect health. Was there some reason that you wanted to keep me away from Britain? That's the only conclusion I could come to.
Well, shit, you're too smart. That's my girl. You've got a good head on your shoulders. But I'm afraid I can't. No, let me go!
Jesus, dude. Mr. Mamemomi? Come back for another round of pain, have you?
Don't toss me yet. I just came to say one thing to you, Professor. Me? I know all about you. You're in on it too. I know that you're on the whole exchange student thing. Exchange student thing? You mean Giselle Brett? No, I mean the law student left for Britain 8 months ago.
What? Law student? Could it be? Kazuma? Tell me more. What about Kazuma?
No one in this country knows. He died on that steamship en route to Britain, but it's all been covered up. And then he never made it back to. Oh!
Whoa. The fucking judge just tossed
Yes,
him?
that is exactly what appears to have happened.
Oh! Can't believe they let the criminal out of their grasp. What on earth are the bailiffs doing?
Sir, please accept our apologies.
The fuck is going on? This is kind of. I'm intimidated.
Yeah, it's a big man.
Seems they just so happened to arrive at the right moment. The rickshaws here, Mikotoba.
Thank you. Shall we get going?
Your Honor.
We're not in court anymore. I'm just Cicero, one of Daddy's best friends. Look away for one little year or two and suddenly you've grown to be so beautiful. Or gallant would be a better word, Susuto Mikotoba.
Oh, did you know from the start?
Yes, we judges know everything, Susuto. Everything.
Thought it would cause issues if your true identity were to come out during the trial. I spoke with Jigoku beforehand. We are friends after all. Well then, let's be on our way, Jigoku.
Of course, after today's verdict, we need to come up with a countermeasure quickly.
Father!
I'm sorry, Susuto. We can talk about it some other time. The two of you did very well today, and I congratulate you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, sir!
What did you think of my Jigoku tots? Pretty impressive, eh?
Oh, man.
Father, what are you hiding from me? Is there more to Giselle Brett and Dr. Watson than meets the eye?
Oh, yeah.
And Mamemomi. He was saying something about Kazuma. I think I should go and listen to what he has to say, even if I have to keep it a secret from Father.
Excuse me, Miss Legal Assistant Mikotoba. May I have a word with you?
Oh, yes, of course. What is it, Soseki?
I feel like our chance meeting here is no mere coincidence. It must be fate. In truth, there is, something that I absolutely must tell you.
What is it?
I believe it may be related to the reason your father summoned you back to Japan.
What does it have to do with us?
Soseki! Oh, that's...
Soseki, please tell me. I need answers.
Yes, madam! In a word, my 2 years spent abroad can only be described as disastrous. The only real light in my life was substitute law student Naruhodo's wonderful defense. When I was finally let go, I hopped right aboard the ship and fled back home to Japan. Then, as soon as I arrived, I submitted a report of my experience to the Japanese government. The very next day, I received a visitor to my home. Indeed, it was Professor Mikotoba himself. He wanted to ask me more about my report.
My father did that?
Person Mikotoba expressed particular interest in a certain section of the report. He honestly poked and prodded me until he finally took his leave. The next day, the person sent you that international telegram.
What? Tell me more! What section of the report was he so interested in?
Was it Ryu?
The list?
Well, that shouldn't be.
That was it. Never mind. Never
Yeah.
mind. My brain got mixed up.
Honestly, I haven't the foggiest idea why, but you may recall those 2 incidents which left me so emotionally battered and bruised.
Of course I do. There's no way I could possibly forget. It was actually the second case that the professor took such an eye to.
Oh, that was the second case.
Oh, that was you.
Whoops.
The second case? That's strange. I recall Mr. Holmes imposing restrictions regarding the publication of that case.
Huh? In the end, only
only the first case. It doesn't help.
Why do they have to have
names start with
double
S.
S's?
Yeah. In the end, the only first case should ever have been made public knowledge.
It's a feeling obligation to obey that detective's orders. But I digress. Anyway, I'm led to believe that case is the key to the mysteries you're chasing. The specter of the war-torn abode. My second trial, one that tortured me so.
The specter of the war-torn abode. Yeah, freaking poltergeist throwing things. So that was the case that made my father call me back to Japan? Deep in the shadows beyond my vision, some greater tale seems to be unfolding in ways I had never imagined.
Huh. So, it was his case. It was just his case that made... Oh, there's gonna be a cutscene, so I'll stop talking then. What kind of cutscene? They're new.
I'll let her talk.
他の英国留学生の事件は決着がついたのでございます。大死院に立ってほんの少し分かったような気がいたしました。なるほど様が異国の法廷で何に立ち向かっているのかを。今日はもう一つお知らせしたいことがあって筆を取りました。夏目漱石様がおっしゃった2つ目の事件。父は何も語りませんが、あの
Oh, Jesus.
Oh boy.
Oh, God.
大きな謎を解く重要な鍵が眠っているようでございます。あの事件の記録はお部屋の棚の左隅に残しておきました。よろしければ振り返ってみてはいかがでしょうか。日本はいよいよ夏の盛り、今日も抜けるような青空でございます。なるほど様、もう一度お会いしたく存じます。すさと。
So I guess she sent a letter to him?
I mean, I would assume a telegram because back then a letter
true,
would take
yeah.
the time on the boats, and that would take another
take
2 months for an answer to
forever,
get there.
Yeah.
So there was some. I'm trying to think. There's something about Soseki's case that's actually like the key to the mystery of what's going on here.
The memoirs of the Clouded Kokoro.
Oh dear, that's not good.
No.
Soseki, don't get in trouble again, please. It's the last thing we need.
Oh boy.
But I'm trying to think of anything that stands out that would have any kind of. Well, I mean, the only thing that really stands out is the fact that Soseki was an exchange student, and there's something about the exchange student program, as Mamamomi was saying, that is being hidden, because that's what he was trying to point out about was, you know, the whole exchange student thing. So that's the only connection I can make, because everything else was just...
on the international telegram saying there was a list, and Kazuma's name was one of them, and so was Watson's.
It was, but then we didn't know the other names.
No.
Not yet, but we're probably going to know them soon. Well, that is it for the first episode, and it is time tomorrow to move on to the second and, for now, final episode of this game, until the rest of it is translated, The Memoirs of the Clouded Kokoro.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy.